Hi there, I'm Ian Smith and this is Transition Thursdays. So welcome to my neighborhood public beach. It's a little rocky. I was hoping we'd see some orcas today because we've had some pods of orcas cruising up and down the coast the last few days, but unfortunately that'll have to wait for another day. Anyway, this is all about business transitions. So if you're new to this channel, hit the subscribe button or send me a comment, connect with me on LinkedIn or Facebook. Love to hear your views on some of the topics that I discuss. This week, I'm going to go back to the issue of politics, and I will not do this repeatedly through the year, although the start of this year has been pretty traumatic for Canadian businesses as we anticipate what's coming from the US administration vis-a-vis tariffs. This is a really unfortunate situation, not just for the Canadian economy, but for the US economy and for US consumers. And I think ultimately, US consumers and Canadian consumers are going to be hurt the most. At the same time, my fellow entrepreneurs and business owners, consultants, are also going to have a tough time this year as we navigate this changing tariff environment that is so unpredictable. And when I think about transitions and transactions in particular, I think about the unknowing. How does one produce a budget when they ship products to the States or they import products from the US into the Canadian market? What happens if the products they import are going to get hit with retaliatory tariffs? What does that mean to their business? What does that mean to the customers that they've already given quotes to maybe for products and services? It's a very, very difficult situation. And with this uncertainty, it makes for difficult transactions when we cannot predict what those earnings are going to look like. And I talked about that a little bit last week. So what do Canadian business owners do? I think we've got to do what we always do. We pull up our socks, we grit our teeth, we get creative, we come up with ideas to really support our employees, our families, and we create new opportunities for us. I think we have to be uber vigilant in terms of supporting Canadian businesses this year and going into the next few years. For me, that's little things. It's like buying Sunripe apple juice from Kelowna instead of orange juice from Florida. It's not buying California wines, buying these great Canadian wines from British Columbia, from the Okanagan Valley, or from elsewhere in the world. But is that enough? I don't know. I don't know that American companies recognize the impact that the sales that they make into Canada do contribute to their bottom line, do help make them successful. But I think every little bit helps, and I think we need to continue to support business owners. I think we need to figure out a way to support government initiatives to support companies that are going to be directly impacted by retaliatory tariffs. I'm not a huge supporter of subsidies and grants and in sort of normal times, but I think with what may be coming down the pipeline, I think these are extraordinary times and they're going to require a coordinated and extraordinary response. So that's it for today. And as I say, I will try to avoid politics as much going forward. I've got lots of other things I'd like to share because there's some really interesting things happening in the mergers and acquisition market, in the middle market. As I said last week, I think there's going to be more management buyouts and more self-financed transitions of ownership this year as we navigate things. But for now, let's leave it at that. But as I said, connect with me on LinkedIn, send me a comment, subscribe to, if you're watching this on YouTube, which may be unlikely because I tend to post everything on LinkedIn. Subscribe to that as well. So with that, have a great week and I'll talk to you next week.